Possibly another dangerous day on tap for you. Already seeing plenty of rain and heavy rain at that, where you're seeing those yellows, those reds moving through around Lake Charles, around Lafayette at this point. We can see this around I-49 and plenty of lightning back off towards Beaumont as well. We put this into motion. We're going to start you out this morning. Again, heavy rain. Make sure you do have that rain gear if you do step out and about. You have to get out there, maybe go to work. But just know it is going to be that heavy rain along I-10, the corridor there. That's like that main thoroughfare. And we are going to be seeing this around Baton Rouge as well. So really no let up until maybe the afternoon time frame. But like Jim was just telling you, we could possibly see another round firing up. So we definitely have to keep our eyes peeled for that for today. By 3 o'clock, we're looking around Alexandria, possibility of more showers and thunderstorms trying to develop across the area. One of the big concerns is going to be the heavy rain. So we also do have to watch out the potential for flooding there as well. This is what it looks like as we continue through the day. The lightning this morning, and as we go into the afternoon, we will pose the threat for some damaging wind and also some large hail again. We start you out back off towards, again, 6 o'clock, and we can see the line, the showers, really a blob, not even a line, a blob of just reds and yellows moving through Baton Rouge at this point, headed to New Orleans. So watch this. You know that definitely going to be dealing with some heavy rain across that area. And then finally, as we go into the afternoon, evening time frame, it looks like we dry out a little bit more around New Orleans, but still another line trying to work its way in here around Baton Rouge. Macomb picking up on this as well. And then we slide on off towards Vicksburg right now. Not a whole lot of activity, but watch what's going to be happening as we go through time. Again, as we head through this morning, Jackson, you will be in on this. Yazoo City, we're also looking at this around McGee. So 55, 220, and 20 all going to be in the thick of it as we move through the morning hours. Steph?
Everything is going to continue to move to
more. You will go through it virtually. And thanks to the virtual view technology, I'm transported to Baltimore, the Inner Harbor. Absolutely beautiful here. Beautiful Baltimore. We're going to be warm. We're going to possibly see some records for today. The record set back in 1957 was 88 degrees, so we'll see how that goes. We are going to have a nice mix of sun and clouds out there as well. Make sure you do slather on that sunscreen, but you know what? The sunshine is going to switch to some rain across the area and possibly some thunderstorms as we work our way in through your tomorrow. So make sure you do keep your eye to the sky, keep your eye on the O's game as well on Saturday. They are hosting the Detroit Tigers at Camden Yards. Those temperatures are going to cool off as we go into the second half of the weekend. So yeah, lots going on over in Baltimore. So let's get down to it. Let's show you that forecast. As we can see today, 85 degrees. Absolutely lovely out there. Lots of sunshine. And by your Sunday, not too bad. Again, we'll start to see more sunshine back into the picture. Temperatures take a tumble. 64 degrees. That's not too bad. It's not like it's going to be in the 50s or anything. So I'll take that. In terms of today, look at this. 90 degrees in D.C., 86 in Raleigh. Look at Savannah coming at 81 degrees. Tampa, you're at 87. So we do have that warm air across the area for sure. Some of you will even say hot, as I know some of your AC is on already. And if you haven't turned it on, you're definitely going to be needing it for today. But look what goes on where we're looking at some of those blues out there. So look at Bismarck and Billings. Oh, yeah, they're dealing with some colder air. And that colder air is going to seep down to the south and also to the east before it's all said and done. So this is what we work with. We can see that back in the blues, we're about 15 to 25 degrees below average, the blues and those purple colorings. But then we do have that swath here of about 10 to 20 degrees above average. That's where we're looking at. Pittsburgh is in this, Richmond on down off towards Atlanta and even Charlotte. But again, things are a-changing as we head towards tomorrow. So it gets skinnier, that swath there. Still in Baltimore, we're still looking at around Boston, I should say, and also around New York. But look how the blue just really encompasses and starts to bite and eat away at some of those colors in terms of the oranges and also those red colorings. And then look down off towards Texas. Oh, you're going to see temperatures that will be 25 to 30 degrees below average. Steph?
Still ahead on America's
around. And unfortunately, though, Jim, they're not even out of the woods quite yet. They still have more stormy weather possible as we go in through the afternoon and also tomorrow, too. Let's get to it in terms of the rain. Now, I will say the good news around Texas is that you still do have that drought going on. So some of you do need that rain out there. We just don't want a whole lot of it at once. That poses a problem in terms of flooding. But we can see these models. It's a little bit different. So I want you to focus in around Dallas right now. So this is the Euro model. You can see some of the yellow coloring, right? So that's some heavier rain coming in. But then look how that shifts off to the north. So we're looking at this more around Oklahoma over into Tennessee as well. We're going to be watching this around Missouri too, and also around Kansas, the heavier rain coming in terms of the models. As we go into early next week, well, we do have another system. Yes, another system coming in, and this one could be bringing some more snow to the area. Again, that mountain snow. and more rain. So more moisture out there. Again, if you look at it around Texas, it could be a good thing, as we actually do need more of that rain to kind of beat up that drought a little bit more. We will have a front that's going to be stalled out in the Gulf of Mexico, stalled out systems, cut off lows. Not the best thing, because that means a lot of rain coming in, and it just sits there. It sits there and it just spins. In terms of tomorrow, this is what I was talking about around Texas. Yeah, we're looking at this around Junction, Sheffield, around Brownwood as well. You will have the possibility for some of those thunderstorms to be on the frisky side. We're talking about, again, hail with this and also some damaging winds. And then we're not out of the woods as we go into Sunday. We will do it all over again. This one, it encompasses San Antonio along Corpus Christi on down through Brownsville as well. So we're going to have a few days where we do have the potential for some thunderstorms, and watch what happens here. This goes into motion and we'll start to see this green overspread Texas. It starts to work its way on off towards the east, and it also starts to work its way on off to the north as well. So we're just going to have plenty of rain as we work our way in through the next several days in the state of Texas. Steph? A nursing student scrambles to protect emergency room patients as a tornado tears through the Shawnee, Oklahoma area. Stunning images emerging from the Central Plains after severe storms trigger twisters across several cities. Preliminary reports from the National Weather Service confirming EF3 and EF2 tornadoes touched down in Oklahoma, leaving a path of destruction stretching for miles. Welcome back to America's Morning Headquarters. It's Friday, April 21st. Now that same system is heading off to the east. So Steph, we did have the tornadoes with that, but there was plenty of hail with that system yesterday as well.
Oh my gosh, the last couple of days we've seen 3-4 inch hail for us here, and it was...
Welcome back to America's Morning Headquarters, and we are watching the roads for you this morning. So that safe driving partner, Subaru, I need both hands on the steering wheel, as it is going to be a rough go of it out there this morning and possibly maybe even this afternoon. So let's delve into it. As we start you along I-10, we can see around Lake Charles, plenty of rain coming in. As we slide further on off to the north along I-20, more rain, more ponding on the roadways. So take that into consideration as you're out and about. Drive slowly. Remember, when you're talking about the speed limit, that is for conditions. So you want to drive under that for today. This extends on up towards the north. We have more rain coming in along 69, along 70. So if you're headed to Indianapolis, driving in, driving out of there, it is going to be a bit wet this morning. Speaking of wet, we have bulk of the activity of the thunderstorms out into the Gulf of Mexico as of now, but still some heavy rain just to the east of Houston as of now and bearing down on New Orleans. Speaking of New Orleans, let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit closer, because this is going to be in your neck of the woods, especially as we work our way into the afternoon. But some of us already this morning will be in on some of that wet weather. Grab the rain gear before you head out and about. Around Hammond, you'll need it. A Gramercy, more of the same, some thunderstorm activity. New Orleans, you're still dry this morning, but by the afternoon, lunchtime, it's going to be a different scenario for you, as you will have that rain coming in. All of us around Slidell dealing with the rain as well. And once it gets here, it's going to stick around for a while, not going anywhere anytime soon, as we will see more showers and thunderstorms for the afternoon evening rush. Steph, Jim?
Is earth
into it as I time this out for you. We're already starting to see still plenty of rain coming in around Beaumont right now, Lake Charles. So Lake Charles, you actually had a little bit of a break from the lightning, but now thunderstorms, lightning starting to move back into the area here. Still south of Lafayette as of now, but heavy rain, we've timed this out for you, and heavy rain will continue as we go through much of the morning around Lake Charles. This moves over towards Lafayette as well. We'll talk more about Baton Rouge in just a matter of moments, but we do get a break back off towards Alexandria. And then as we go into the afternoon, around 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, we'll start to see another line trying to roll in here. Now, again, we're looking at model depiction here, so it could be a little bit earlier, a little bit later. But also, I want to draw your eye into that white core right there. So we could be seeing some hail again with some of these thunderstorms as we go in through the afternoon, evening time frame. So that's going to be the name of the game. It's going to be another weather-aware day, so stay that way. And we can see back off towards Beaumont, but now look what's happening off towards Baton Rouge. So we can see this going on right now. Plenty of heavy rain coming in, some thunderstorms. We pick this up as we go in through the rest of this morning, and look what happens. 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, we're going to be dealing with more rain coming in, some heavy rain. So where you're seeing the oranges, the yellows out there, and even the reds, that's where we're going to be dealing with some heavy rain, even moving into New Orleans as we work our way into your afternoon, evening. Look what happens. You have those afternoon, evening plans up into Macomb. Well, you might want to rethink that, because around 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, that's when the worst of it looks to be coming into your neck of the woods as as well. Another round around Baton Rouge as we go into that time frame as well. So it's like this type of day is like we'll have a round of rain, some heavy rain coming in. You think that you're dry, but there could be more behind that as well. So again, just stay weather ready. Right. Steph? And then all that pushes off to the east. So Baltimore, we were talking about Baltimore. Let's take you to it virtually, right? So our virtual view technology transported here where we're going to have warm temperatures today. I'm at the Inner Harbor and it's amazing. If you've never been to Baltimore, you need to go to Baltimore. It's a beautiful city for sure. We're going to have high temperatures today, possibly maybe even setting some records. That old record, 1957, set back in 1957, it was 88 degrees then. Again, we will see plenty of sunshine for today, but you know what? That sun is going to turn to rain, some liquid sunshine, if you will, as we go into your tomorrow, possibly some thunderstorms out there as well. So Camden Yards, yeah, the Orioles, they're going to be hosting the Detroit Tigers. So temperatures are going to cool things off for the second half of the weekend. We'll definitely have to keep our eye on that forecast for sure. So it looks kind of like maybe a 50-50 weekend. I think looks like 100% really. 85 degrees for today, 64 as we go into Sunday. That's still pretty darn good for sure, as we do have lots of sunshine out there. So make sure you do have the sunglasses, and you're going to need to slather on the sunscreen as well. And maybe somebody might need a sweater or something. I don't think so though. 85 to 64, that still feels pretty good. As we look at the temperatures for today elsewhere, we have 70s, we have 80s. Atlanta going with about 82 degrees for today, more of the same in Savannah. And this is what it looks like as we slide a little bit further off to the north. Yeah, you see all the blues. Do you like the blues or do you like the reds? Well, the blues are going to be coming in off towards the east, down off towards the south. So we're going to be getting in on those temperatures that will be about 5 to 15 degrees below average. Look how it spreads down off towards the south. Look at Amarillo over there in the purple. So we're looking at about 15 to 20 degrees below average as we go into your tomorrow there. But look at the spread. This slides over towards the east. And as we go in through your tomorrow, these highs will start to be knocked down a little bit more as the blues start to overtake. So look at this. Sunday morning, 20s in some spots. We'll start to see the 30s in some spots. But forget about seeing. It's all about feeling. And Jim, before it's all said and done, we are going to be shivering out there for sure.
I've had enough.
Me too.
I've had enough.
As we get them right, because we could see more thunderstorms fire this afternoon. That's a possibility around Texas. And we're also going to be watching more rain, of course, with these thunderstorms. And we can see the Euro picking up on little pockets of heavier rain. You're seeing some of that in the yellow coloring there. And we'll start to see that change as we flip over to the GF. So the pockets are in different spots now. So we're seeing this more off into Oklahoma and also around Arkansas, back off towards Atlanta and also around Alabama. In the meantime, we're going to be watching what's going to be happening as we go in through early next week. So we have another system that's going to be moving on shore. And with this, we could see some snow once again back off towards the west in the higher elevations. Plenty of moisture is going to work its way on from the south to the north. We have a stalled out boundary. Again, when we talk about stalled out entities, things that are not moving, cut off lows, that brings lots of moisture to the area. Now, speaking of lots of moisture, yeah, bring it on to Texas because they actually need it. We're still dealing with a drought out there, but we just don't want it all at once. We're still going to be watching for the potential for some strong to severe thunderstorms even through this afternoon. That possibility is still there, and we have it for your tomorrow, and we have it for your Sunday too in different areas. But still, the state of Texas, you cannot get a break at this point. We're going to be watching for some large hail as we go into your Sunday. So this is what we have as we go into mid next week. We do have that warm front that continues to push on off to the north. Again, it's going to be bringing plenty of moisture from the Gulf of Mexico with that as well. And then we're going to watch little disturbances. Whenever we have little disturbances, all that does is kind of enhance what we're going to see. So with that, we could get more moisture, of course, but also some thunderstorms out there too. So as we head into your Monday, as we head into your Tuesday, we'll have to watch the continuation of some thunderstorms, some scattered showers and thunderstorms. Look at this in the darker green here around Dallas, around Houston. That's some heavier rain going to be coming in across the area too. And look, the green doesn't stop. It continues right into your Wednesday. We're going to see this as we go into your Thursday as well. It just continues to work its way on off towards the east. So now it's overspread up towards the mid-Atlantic as well, down off towards the south. We can see that drought monitor. Once again, we need the rain back off into Texas on up towards the north. Steph.
It's time for your Weekend in View.
Student scrambles to protect emergency room patients as a tornado tears through Shawnee, Oklahoma area. Stunning images emerging from the Central Plains after severe storms triggered twisters across several cities. Preliminary reports from the National Weather Service confirming EF3 and EF2 tornadoes touched down in Oklahoma, leaving a path of destruction stretching for miles. Welcome back to America's Morning Headquarters. It's Friday, April 21st, and that system is now heading off to the east. And Steph, yeah, we had some hail for today, but we also had that hail in those storms yesterday.
Really?
Too.
We've had hail, what, last?
Yeah. Welcome back to America's Morning Headquarters, and we do have that forecast for you if you're going to be traveling for today. So stay safe, as we do have some wet weather out there already. You can see it in between Houston and also New Orleans. It's going to be a rough go for sure. The worst of it, I will say, is in the Gulf of Mexico, and it is not bearing down on you quite yet, New Orleans, but you're going to be in the thick of things before it's all said and done. So the morning rush, we can see it'll be around Hammond, around Gramercy, around Covington. Temperatures in the upper 60s, right around 70 degrees. But look what happens as we go into lunchtime. Things start to change for you, my friends. As we can see, New Orleans now, you're going to be dealing with plenty of rain, possibly some thunderstorms out there as well. Everybody's going to be on the wet side, continuing to push on off towards the east. So Slidell, you're going to be in on the action at this point. Grab the rain gear before you head out and about for today. It is going to be a weather-aware day because we will have those thunderstorms with that lightning out there. It's going to continue as we go into your evening rush hour. So trying to make your way home, it's going to be rough out there too. We can see what's going on around Nashville on the drier side of things, and staying that way through the morning rush. But then as we go into lunchtime, as we go into the evening, we'll start to see some changes out there as well. Steph?
Well, April